Hello students, good evening. Wish you all a very happy new year. So today I would like to speak about electronics before we start with the basic electronics course, which is according to the PTU Belagavi syllabus. So first let us understand what is electronics, the evolution of electronics with some of the main components used in electronics and the application of electronics. So coming to the branch ECE, Electronics and Communication Engineering, it's a discipline which focuses on designing, developing and maintaining electronic devices, circuits and communication systems. It blends core electrical engineering with telecommunication systems to create devices such as mobile phones, satellites and so on. So the core fields involving in ECE are number one electronics. Number one, electronics. So this deals with the study of different devices such as diodes, transistors, ICs and even circuit design which involves both analog and digital. Second, communication systems. Communication systems. So communication systems, it deals with the principles of transmission and reception of information via various media. And then the third is signal processing. And then we have electromagnetics. And then control systems. And then lastly, VLSI, design and embedded systems. So signal processing, it deals with manipulation of signals for analysis and transmission. Electromagnetics, it deals with the behavior of electromagnetic waves essential for radar and wireless communication. And then we have control systems. It deals with designs of systems for regulation and automatic processes. And then we have VLSI design and embedded systems, which deals with design of microchips and systems which are inbuilt for other devices. So what job opportunities we have after finishing our electronics and communication engineering? So there are various job roles such as embedded systems engineer, chip design engineer, circuit design engineer, RF engineer, signal processing engineer, IoT engineer, robotics engineer, AI ML engineer, automotive electronics engineer, network engineers, test or quality engineers, and then last but not the least we have R&D engineers as some of the major job roles. Apart from these, even we have many more opportunities after pursuing ENC. So coming to one of the basic aspect here now, what is electronics? What is electronics and what is communication in electronics perspective? So electronics, it's a branch of physics which deals with the study of electron behavior, flow and control under different conditions. And communication, it refers to the design, development and operation of systems that transmit, process and receive information using electronic circuits. So the origin of electronics, it began in the year 1904 when vacuum tubes, it started with vacuum tube devices. In the year 1904. Okay, and then later in the year 1948, one of the major junction transistor was invented. Junction transistor. Okay. So these junction transistors, it replaced the vacuum tube devices in different electronic circuits. And then in 1950s, in the decade of 1950s, JFETs and MOSFETs came into existence. So JFET, it stands for junction field effect transistors, and MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. So these transistors led the growth of computer industry. And then we got ICs, in which multiple transistors were placed on a single piece. Okay, so these ICs, it started with two transistors onto one chip, and then slowly it transitioned into the present, wherein we have millions of transistors in ICs. Currently we also have microprocessors and microcontrollers, which are the basic unit for embedded systems. Okay, so after ICs we can rather put it as microprocessors and microcontrollers. Correct. Okay. So these are some of the main electronic devices which we currently use. The difference between a microprocessor and a microcontroller. Microprocessor and microcontroller is the microprocessor, it comes with the CPU only, but rather a microcontroller, it comes with CPU, memory and IO interfaces. Okay, so after understanding these a bit about the evolution of electronics, now let's head on to applications of electronics. So now let's start with the applications of electronics. Applications of electronics. So what all applications we have in this field. So number one is the entertainment industry. Entertainment industry. So it started with radio broadcasting, providing AM and FM services. And then the TV broadcasting, and then we have internet, and last but not the least, internet TVs. This, it's a blend of internet and TV technology, which we are currently in use. Some of the best examples are JioFiber and Airtel Extreme, etc. Airtel Extreme and etc. Okay. So internet, it started with dial-up services. We even have broadband, and currently Wi-Fi. Okay, so TV, it started with station to station, station to TV, and then satellite TVs. Okay. And then the next industry is communication. In this industry, we have mobile phones, equipped with internet and email facilities. Okay. Apart from this, the communication services are provided. Using through VPN, WAN, and video conferencing. Okay. And some common methods of internet access. The internet access, as we discussed earlier, it is through dial-up, broadband, Wi-Fi, and latest we even have satellite internet. Okay, satellite. Okay. Cell phones, you can call this a satellite cell phones. Okay. Then the next industry which we can focus is the defense industry, one of the major industry which uses electronics. Okay, some of the techniques here are the radar, sonar, and infrared technologies. Infrared technologies. Okay. Apart from this, nowadays we have guided missiles. Guided missiles, wherein we can guide missiles sitting from a ground station and launch an attack at a faraway place. Faraway place. So without electronics, this cannot be achieved. Okay. In defense, this is one of the latest, and nowadays we even have some services called as the Iron Guard or some other services wherein the missile attacks can be protected, okay, from for a particular reason. Okay. The next industry we have is rather the sector. It is the industrial applications. Okay. So what role electronics here has? One of the most important here is automation, for which some hardware is required. Okay, so this can be done using automatic control systems. Okay, and then robots. Okay, these are for high precision applications. Okay, for high precision applications, robots are used so that we can have a higher efficiency as well. Okay, and then some high-tech computers. Okay, mainly supercomputers. Okay, and then apart from this, we even have some industrial electronic devices such as burglar alarms, okay, electronic smoke detectors, okay, and many more devices. These are some examples, many more devices. Even a CC camera can also be considered as one of the industrial electronic devices. Okay. Then the last sector, we have the medical industry. Okay. So here, due to the advancement of electronics, nowadays we have ECGs, EEGs, okay, uh, and other electronic graphs. Okay, so ECG, it stands for electrocardiograph, and EEG, it stands for electroencephalograph. Okay, so we have corresponding machines which detect these signals and then displayed on a particular display. Okay, so apart from this, we even have now high-tech X-rays, even MRI machines as well. Okay. Apart from this, we have ultrasound detectors, and then the BP measuring instruments, and the blood sugar or glucose monitor devices, which and these devices or machines are incomplete without electronics. Okay, so the blood sugar and BP machines, nowadays we have portable, handy, okay, wherein you can use it anytime, any place with this battery power. Okay, so this would be the end of the today's session. So today, what all did we see? We saw what is ENC, and then the job roles offered in the ECE field. Okay. After that, what is electronics? What is communication? And then the evolution of electronics, which starts from vacuum diodes and then to the microprocessors and microcontrollers. Okay. And then lastly, the applications of electronics in various industries or sectors. So, thank you. Please like my content, share and subscribe. Thank you.